Presidential candidate and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott joins us now. I mean, there's so much going on in the world right now. It feels like such a delicate moment.
Yes.
What should be the U.S.'s role as these conflicts continue to unfold?
Well, there can't be any daylight between us and Israel. One of the most important things that we can do is send a clear message to Hamas, Hezbollah, PA, and frankly to Iran, that we stand shoulder to shoulder and back to back with Israel, and we are ready and willing to supply them when the need comes. The good news is, for more than the last 10 years, we've spent time and investments in making sure that Israel has the strongest, most capable military in the Middle East, and it's the only democracy. So standing shoulder to shoulder with them is so critically important for this engagement to end as quickly as humanly possible.
And the president is set to address the nation again tonight. He's going to be talking about this conflict, as well as the war in Ukraine. What do you want to hear from him? What do you want him to say?
Well, I think we need a president who's consistent, who's clear, who's concise, and who's also powerful. Weakness from the administration only invites chaos and more conflict. So if we can have a consistent, clear message that we are going to be strong and loyal to our allies, yet lethal to our adversaries, it will deliver the right message.
Let's talk a little bit about some chaos that exists out there. The House is still in chaos. There's no speaker. That's really limiting Congress's ability to pretty much do anything. You suggested the solution be Patrick McHenry have more power as Speaker pro tem. Why is it that the Republicans can't seem to come together to elect someone into this role?
Yeah, there's no doubt that there's chaos in Washington from the left, without any question. The strategy of appeasement doesn't work very well on the global stage. And on the right, we need to make sure that we remember that the road to socialism runs right through a divided Republican Party. One of the things I've suggested, if I were president of the United States, I'd go to a podium and say to my party, listen, let's get our act together. Let's empower Patrick McHenry to be the Speaker pro tem, which allows for legislation and for the business of the people to start flowing through Congress, so that senators can also get the packages that will be coming forward, and that we can continue to provide the support that we need globally, but also take care of our priorities here at home. Both left and right, we now see the same crisis on our border. We know that people have come across our southern border from Iran, from Yemen. Closing that southern border is actually in America's national security best interest. But in order to get that done, we need to bring these two houses together to make sure we focus on the American people's priorities and get rid of the squabbling of politicians.
Let's talk about the upcoming presidential election.
Yes.
What do you say to those who say your chances of winning, it's a long shot?
Well, I will say, when I was running for Congress in 2010, have you ever heard of a guy named Strom Thurmond?
Yes, we all have.
I was running against his son, and they said a guy like me in the place where the Civil War started had no chance of running against one of the behemoths of American politics and Southern politics. I was able to pull that out, 68-32. It worked out because we kept focusing on what people wanted to know about their future, not about their past, and not even about the present. And that is an optimistic, positive message anchored in consistently conservative principles. That works. We're going to continue to bring that message throughout Iowa and then take it around the country. And hopefully, and next time you guys have me back in late fourth quarter, we'll be talking about how did it happen, Tim? How did it happen?
Do you think Republicans are ready for a candidate that's not Donald Trump?
I'm running because I know that we have to be ready for that candidate. There's no doubt that if you do not like the last 2 years of hogwash and mess that we've seen around the country, from bad economics to weakness on the global stage, the one thing you have to say is that winning elections matters. We've lost 3 of the last national elections because negativity hasn't worked, being angry hasn't worked. We need a candidate who brings optimism, forged through the fire of hard times, to the American people. I'm your candidate.
And Senator, I want to go back to those numbers when it comes to your chances. 538 has you at 2%, and your super PAC just announced it is pulling fall TV ads saying we aren't going to waste our money when the electorate isn't focused or ready for a Trump alternative. What's your strategy moving forward?
Yeah, this is clear. I can't speak for my super PAC because I don't control my super PAC, but what I assume that is happening is that they're waiting for the current media cycle that's focused on where it should be, on the challenges that we see abroad, allowing us to refocus when that hopefully goes down, gives us the resources necessary, holding those resources to late December to early January as we head into the Iowa caucus, I think it's the right decision. We'll continue to use our resources in the campaign account. We have more money on hand than any other presidential candidate, save Donald Trump. So we'll continue to use our resources to make our way through Iowa.
One final question. Will you come back on after the debate? Want to put you on the spot?
Listen, I look forward to that. I'm going to sit in this chair, though.
Okay,
so I want to be able to control both of y'all.
We got it on record.
I got to get it done.
If you were willing to come back, you can have my chair. I'll give you my chair anytime.
I want you to be here with us.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, we really appreciate you coming on.